from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you.
Welcome to another episode of the Heidi Healing Show. I am Heidi Northland, certified Ayurvedic doctor and yoga therapist, spiritual healer, and medical intuitive. And today we are diving deep into a topic that affects millions, but is often overlooked: Candida overgrowth and parasites. Do you feel constantly tired, bloated, or just off? Struggling with digestive issues, brain fog, or stubborn skin problems that just won't go away? Well, today we're uncovering the hidden culprits behind these mysterious symptoms. So get ready to explore prevention and treatments of Candida overgrowth and parasites, and how we can reclaim our health and vitality. You're about to gain insight into the powerful holistic remedies and therapies that can help you to cleanse your system and restore balance. So grab your notebooks, sit back, and let's get started uncovering the secrets to a healthier and happier you. More than half of the population on this planet suffer from Candida overgrowth, the Candida albicans, and various different bacterial infections and parasites. And many cases go undiagnosed and untreated, especially when they're not causing debilitating symptoms. And still, untreated Candida albicans and parasites, they are silent killers. The good news is that there are treatments available that don't create bunches of side effects, and they are safe to do every 3 months. A note about antibiotics. Antibiotics work for parasitical infections. We know that. Antibiotics kill the parasites and also bacteria. We know that. But they do not kill fungi. Antibiotics do not work for Candida overgrowth. No matter how much antibiotics is taken, it won't make a difference for excess fungi or yeast, which is what Candida albicans is. And as a matter of fact, antibiotics will cause worse Candida overgrowth. And the reason for this is that Candida is a fungal infection, and antibiotics do not kill fungi. So you see the problem here? The more antibiotics a person takes to kill parasites and other infections, the worse the Candida overgrowth becomes. And it can cause serious damage. So how to treat the Candida overgrowth? That we're going to take a look at in just a moment. An important thing about antibiotics: they don't just kill the harmful bacteria and parasites. Antibiotics also kill the good bacteria in your gut. And so you need the good bacteria. They are necessary to help with the proper digestion of the food that we eat. Necessary to produce vitamins, and they're necessary to destroy disease-causing cells. So you see, there are some issues with taking a lot of antibiotics. It can cause this vicious cycle. More antibiotics, the more Candida overgrowth. The worse the candidiasis gets, the cellular intelligence goes wacky, and the person is more susceptible to parasitical infections or other infections, and then more antibiotics has to be taken. You see, it easily becomes a vicious cycle. And if this is happening for you in your life right now, or if you know somebody that this is happening for, then be assured that this vicious cycle can be broken and prevented with the treatments that you are about to learn. Because there are Ayurvedic herbs that have both antibacterial properties and antifungal properties. And they are helpful to kill the Candida yeast and the parasites both at the same time. I'm not going to tell you to stop antibiotics. I'm not. No. For serious cases of parasitical infections, antibiotics are often necessary. I was traveling in India back in 2008 and also in 2013. And both times I got very sick, very ill, and I took a lot of antibiotics. I knew about Ayurvedic herbs then, and what I want to share with you right now is an important piece of advice, so pay attention. It's about taking antibiotics. And that is, do not take herbal supplementation at the same time within 4 or 5 hours of taking antibiotics. Let me say that again. Do not take antibiotics and herbal supplements, herbs, within 4 or 5 hours of each other. I did that. And the antibiotics didn't work. The herbs interfered with the effect of the antibiotics. The herbs interfered with the ability of the antibiotics to kill the parasites and the bacteria. And my recovery time took, more than 3-5 times longer than it would have if I had not taken the herbs at the same time as the antibiotics. So do not combine treatments too close to each other. And to be safe, when taking antibiotics, just don't take the herbs at the same time. Wait until done with the round of antibiotics. And then afterwards, you can follow up with lots of Ayurvedic herbs to kill the fungi and to boost the immune system. You see, first the antibiotics, then the Ayurvedic herbs to kill the fungi, and then Ayurvedic herbs to boost the immune system. Brilliant. And I wish my family had known about this protocol when I was growing up, because I was given antibiotics 4 or 5 times, if not more, a year for chronic sinus infections. Little did we know back then that sinus infections cannot be treated by antibiotics. Why? Because chronic sinus infections are most often caused by fungi. And antibiotics don't work on fungi. Instead, the Ayurvedic Nasya treatment works. This treatment is done with an oil, a medicated oil that's prepared and medicated with herbs that kill the fungi. And if you want to know more about this treatment, then you can watch the episode of the Heidi Healing Show that is called Allergies and Sinus Issues. Allergies and sinus issues. In that show, you will learn about the Nasya treatment and how to do that to treat chronic sinus infections. So back in 2016, I went back to India for the 3rd time, and this time I got sick as well. Very ill, actually, but the circumstances were different for me that time because I was able to rest. I was able to take the time needed to heal my body. I had at that time learned a lot about energy healing, and I had done a lot of emotional healing as well. So this time I was able to heal my body with Ayurvedic herbs, and the recovery from the illness was so much easier because the Ayurvedic herbs helped me to restore the cellular intelligence in my body. So what are some of these amazing Ayurvedic herbs, you may ask? Ayurveda, it's the ancient Indian system of medicine, and it has this amazing rich tradition of using herbs to treat all sorts of ailments, including those that are caused by bacteria and fungi. So several herbs in Ayurveda, they have both antibacterial and antifungal properties, both. And that makes them so versatile for this wide range of infections. Let's start with Neem. Neem, Nimba. It's often called the village pharmacy because of its numerous medicinal properties. And it contains compounds like nimbin, gidunin, and these exhibit this potent antibacterial and antifungal activities. Both antifungal and antibacterial. So we use Neem both internally and also externally, topically, to treat infections on the skin, respiratory diseases, digestive disorders. Neem is amazing, and so is Kutaja. Kutaja contains alkaloids, and alkaloids like quercetin, and that has demonstrated antibacterial activity against a wide range of pathogenic bacteria, like the Escherichia coli, Salmonella, Shigella, Staphylococcus. So what is the difference between bacteria and parasites? Bacteria can live outside on the human body, such as on a countertop, up to many hours or days. Parasites, however, it requires a living host like our body in order to survive. And bacteria and parasites can be destroyed by antibiotics. But antibiotics cannot kill fungi, but Kutaja can. Kutaja, this wonderful Ayurvedic plant, has antifungal activity against the Candida albicans and the aspergillus, because the active constituents also exhibit fungal growth. Another amazing plant is Vidanga. Vidanga contains bioactive compounds like the embelin, and that has shown very effective against several bacterial strains. Also the Staphylococcus aureus and Escherichia coli, as well as antifungal activity against the Candida albicans and aspergillus as well. This embelin and the other constituents in Vidanga, they disrupt the fungal cell membranes. And so it interferes with the cell wall synthesis and inhibits fungal enzyme activity. Yeah, thereby it's suppressing fungal growth. Wow, isn't that amazing? So Neem, Kutaja, Vidanga. Next is Kutki. Kutki contains active compounds like the Kutkin and picrocide, and they also have both antibacterial and antifungal effects. Kutki is also shown to have amazing activity against the pathogenic bacteria such as the Escherichia coli, the Salmonella, and the Staphylococcus. Then we have Kalmegh. Kalmegh contains andrographylide, and this is a bioactive compound that inhibits bacterial growth by disrupting cell membrane, disrupts the integrity in the cell membrane, and it interferes with bacterial DNA replication and protein synthesis. So Kalmegh has this potent antibacterial activity against the Staphylococcus aureus, Escherichia coli, and also the Pseudomonas aeruginosa. It disrupts fungal cell membranes, and it inhibits this fungal enzyme activity, and it takes care of fungal growth and proliferation. Amazing that these herbs have these properties, right? Did you get all that information? It was a lot. And if not, that's fine, because you can just go back and hear it again. I shared valuable information about 5 Ayurvedic herbs that have both antibacterial function and antifungal properties. Neem, Kutaja, Vidanga, Kutki, and Kalmegh. Amazing plant medicines. Okay, that's a lot of talking. Let's take a long, deep, conscious inhale together here. Hold the breath and expand, and exhale deeply. Let's take another long, deep, conscious inhale. Hold and expand. Close your eyes if you can. Slowly, deeply exhale. Hold your breath out, centering yourself. I want to share about 5 more Ayurvedic herbs that are so wonderful. And we regularly use them in Ayurveda because they, in addition to their antibacterial, antiparasitical, and antifungal properties, also boost the immune system and have a lot of other benefits for your health and well-being. First one is turmeric. Some people said turmeric, but turmeric in Sanskrit, it's called haritra. It's renowned for its powerful anti-inflammatory and also antioxidant properties. It has this active compound that is called curcumin. And it's the curcumin that is demonstrating the antibacterial and the antifungal properties. Turmeric is often added to the Ayurvedic formulations for these very reasons, and so is tulsi. Tulsi, Tulsi. It's a sacred plant in India. It's the holy basil, and it's revered for its many medicinal properties. It contains the eugenol compound, and it also has antibacterial and antifungal properties. And tulsi boosts the immune function and treats respiratory infections as well. Wow. Then we have amla, which is also known as amalaki, which is the Indian gooseberry. And it's a potent source of vitamin C and other antioxidants. And they are so important for the immune system and to help fight the infections. Amla contains tannins and polyphenols, and they have the antibacterial and antifungal properties as well. And so does the fruit haritaki. Haritaki has antibacterial and antifungal properties as well, along with laxative and detoxifying effects. Haritaki is used to treat various infections, and it promotes overall well-being in amazing ways. It's a very safe plant, and it's referred to as the mother of all plants. Finally, we're coming to guduchi. Some people say guduchi, but guduchi is the proper pronunciation according to the Sanskrit grammar. It's also known as giloi. And this is a very versatile herb that is used in Ayurveda for its immune boosting and antimicrobial properties. It has alkaloids and many other bioactive compounds that help combat bacterial and fungal infections as well. Wow! So now you know a little about the Ayurvedic pharmacopoeia and the effective herbal medicines of Ayurveda. These herbs, they are used individually or in combination with other herbs in the Ayurvedic formulations to treat infections and to also balance the body and the mind. And while most of these herbs are quite safe, before you go on and buy these herbs, please be careful. Please be careful, because if you're taking allopathic or Western medications, synthetic drugs, there are likely to be interactions between the allopathic medicine and the Ayurvedic herbs. And also, a lot of Ayurvedic herbs are poor quality on the market. They're full of pesticides, they're full of heavy metals. So if you want to be successful in your treatments, seek an Ayurvedic doctor that you resonate with and that you trust. And if you like what I'm sharing, and if you resonate with my vibe, and you like to hear more insights, if you like to hear what I have to say about what herbs and Ayurvedic treatments that could help you most optimally at this time, then get in touch with me. I have a website, Heidi Healing, like this show, www.heidihealing.com, and click Get Started Now to schedule a free call with me. A few more tips on how to kill or starve the fungi, the Candida albicans, and the parasites. Avoid sugar. Ah, yikes. Avoid sugar. The Candida albicans, the yeast, the fungi, and the parasites. Oh, they love sugar. They feed on sugar. They gulp it up. They want it. And if it is a challenge to stop sugar, you can be assured it is because the fungi and the parasites, they go, feed me, feed me, feed me. Okay? So do what you can to avoid sugar. And that includes dairy. It includes wheat because those are sweet. Wheat, spelt, other gluten, and also avoid processed foods. Eat a diet that is warm and cooked and easy to digest, and this will balance the 3 doshas in your body, vata, pitta, and kapha. And this kind of diet will also support the body's natural healing process. So emphasize whole organic foods, including plenty of fresh vegetables, legumes, the lentils, the beans, and nuts and seeds, and especially the anti-parasitical pumpkin seeds and papaya seeds. And note on garlic. You probably eat garlic. If you go out to eat, you eat a lot of garlic. Garlic is a very potent medicine, and it also has antibacterial and antifungal effects. It's very effective. But it is a medicine, and it's not something to be taken every day. And as a substitute for garlic, you can use the resin that is called hing or asafoetida. It's available at most Indian markets. And if you can't find that, then you can get it online. And it is possible to make food taste delicious without garlic. You may not believe it if you put garlic into everything, but it is possible. I do it every day. You can use ginger, cumin, rosemary, coriander, cinnamon sticks, bay leaves, the hing, the asafoetida that I just mentioned. You can add lime or lemon. Yum. It's so delicious, and it is safe. It's not safe to take these potent medicines every single day. You wouldn't take antibiotics every single day. So when the fungi or the yeast and the parasites have been killed, it's necessary to get rid of the dead pathogens. And this may cause the Herxheimer reaction. The Herxheimer reaction is an adverse response to the toxins that are released by the bacteria and the parasites and the fungi when it's killed by the antibiotics or the antibacterial and antifungal herbs. This means that if parasites, bacteria, fungus, excess yeast, or other pathogens are present in the body, a Herxheimer reaction, the die-off reaction, is likely to take place. The Herxheimer reaction is like this short-term detoxification reaction, and it can last from a few days to a few weeks in the body. And as the body detoxifies, it's not uncommon to experience flu-like symptoms like a headache, or joint or muscle pain, or body aches, or sore throat, or general malaise, or even sweating, chills, nausea, or other symptoms. It's normal. These symptoms are normal with the die-off reaction, and it's even a healthy reaction, because it's a reaction to the toxins that are being released and effectively killed off. You want that. And the important thing to note is that worsening symptoms do not indicate failure of the treatment. Don't think that it's the herbs that are making you sick. In fact, it's usually just the opposite. It's a sign that the treatment is working. All right? So after killing the fungi and killing the parasites, it's ideal to do some detoxification therapies. And the panchakarma, the Ayurvedic detoxification process, is ideal to eliminate the toxins from the body and restore balance to the doshas, the vata, the pitta, and the kapha within your body. Lastly, but not least, I want to guide you through a healing visualization. So go ahead and sit down or lie down comfortably. Close your eyes if it's safe for you to do so, and then take deep breaths, conscious breaths. focusing on inhaling long and deep, focusing on exhaling slowly. And while you're breathing long and deep, then imagine or visualize a powerful white light that enters your body with every inhale, and it's cleansing and healing every cell in your whole body. And as you exhale, imagine all the toxins and parasites leaving your body. Inhale the white light, cleansing and healing every cell in your whole body. Exhale slowly, long and deep. And imagine that all the toxins and parasites, they are leaving your body. Breathe with love. This practice not only calms your mind, but it empowers your body's natural healing abilities. So empower yourself in the white light, the conscious breathing, the expanding energy, and loving thoughts and feelings towards yourself. Empower yourself in every breath. If you would like to schedule a consultation with me to restore balance in your body and mind, then contact me through my website, HeidiHealing.com, and mention that you watched this show. And as thank you for taking the time to join me, I'd like to offer you a low-cost $99 introductory Ayurvedic consultation so you can get started. I'm Heidi Nordland, and I look forward to seeing you next week for another transformative and exciting episode of the Heidi Healing Show, where we are going to explore more effective healing practices. And remember, you are always loved. Whatever it is you're going through, remember you're always loved and that it's never too late to heal at all levels. Namaste.